one is Salesforce opinion method. Okay, this is also known as collective opinion method. By this word or by this heading, you might have understood Salesforce opinion method. So we are collecting the opinion from the Salesforce. Salesforce are nothing but these are the people who are working in a company, selling the goods and services in the market. So this is also known as collective opinion method. In this method, instead of consumers, the opinion of salesman is sought, or the opinion of salesman is collected instead of consumers. So now you might have asked, sir, why only salesman? Because these are the people, they will be working at ground level in the market. So they will understand the present market condition. They know everything about the consumer's tastes and preferences, about your customers, what is the present market trend, what are your customers' pricing strategies, what are your customers' goods and services which they are selling. So they are aware about each and everything, what is happening in the market. So now the method speaks that it is useful to collect the opinion of salespeople also for estimating the demand. Along with customers, yes, collect the opinion of Salesforce also. That is what we call it as Salesforce opinion method. It is sometimes referred as the grassroots approach, as it is a bottom-up method that requires each salesperson in the company to make an individual forecast for his or her particular sales territory. So the salesman will be assigned a separate sales territory. So a salesperson cannot take over, a salesperson cannot look over of a larger area or a complete market. So what we do is, for the convenience, we allocate territories to Salesforce or to the salespeople. So it is the duty of the Salesforce to understand the complete picture or what is happening in the market in this territory, and he or she should give the information about his sales territory. You understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. These individual forecasts are discussed and agreed with the salesman. The composite of all forecasts then constitutes the sales forecast for the organization. All the salespeople are being given a task to again forecast about their about their sales territories. So when all the salesmen are done with their estimation or done with their passing the information to the sales manager, then collectively it becomes the sales forecast for an organization or for a company. The advantage of this method are that it is easy and cheap. It does not involve any elaborate statistical treatment. The main merit of this method lies in the collective wisdom of salesmen, and this method is more useful in forecasting sales for new products. So you understood what is Salesforce opinion method?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear, my dear students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next one is experts opinion method. So we even call it as Delphi technique. Okay, we call it as even Delphi technique of investigation. So here, the Delphi method requires a panel of experts who are interrogated through a sequence of questionnaires in which the response to one questionnaire are used to produce the next questionnaire. Thus, any information available to some experts and not to others is passed on, and enabling all the experts to have access to the information of the forecast. So here, the word itself says the answer, the panel or the experts. So they are being interrogated with a sequence of questionnaires, or they have been interrogated, or they have been asked the information with the sequence of questions. So based upon the information or based upon the information given by these experts, what they do is they try to predict the future, they try to estimate the future, that is collecting the opinions from experts. And this method is used for long-term forecasting, to estimate potential sales for new products. This method presumes two conditions, that is, firstly, the panelists must be rich in their expertise, possess wide range of knowledge and experience, and secondly, its conductors are objective in their job. And this method has become some exclusive advantage for saving time and other resources. So what this method is they're trying to explain is, the panel members or the experts, firstly, they should have a rich knowledge about the market, rich understanding about what is happening in the market, rich knowledge about your customers. So that is what we call it as, again, a good knowledge. And second one is, they should also know the objectives in their job. So my dear students, I said you earlier, whenever we speak about collecting an information, whenever we speak about analyzing the information, it all starts with an objective. You should have a clear objective, and your objective, based upon your objective, you prepare your questionnaire. Based upon your objective, you decide which statistical tool or which statistical test is useful to analyze the data. And finally, based upon your objectives, your findings, suggestions would be determined. So they will come up with the findings, suggestions, and conclusions that is totally based upon the objective. So here, they should also understand the objective in their job. Why they have been asked with different questions. What is the objective behind this? Yes, to understand the market. And through your expertise and through your vast knowledge, you are going to helping the companies by analyzing or by passing the information through that they can analyze and they can understand the demand, or they can understand the consumers' buying behavior. So this is what we call it as expert opinion method. You all understood what is expert opinion method?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The next one is statistical method. So here you can see the word itself says the answer. So what is statistical method? So what they are going to do here? My dear students?
Data.
Data has been collected. Now
Yes, sir.
we
Maybe-
use, yes sir, tell me.
Maybe mathematical formulas, models, and techniques.
Yes, so we use this statistical methods. Okay, so in statistical methods have proved to be immensely useful in demand forecasting. In order to maintain objectivity, that is, by consideration of all implications and viewing the problem from external point of view, the statistical methods are used. So we have collected the data. Now we are supposed to analyze. After analyzing comes interpretation. So how do we analyze the data is by using some statistical tools. So what are tools are again the statistical tests what we run. That is what we call it as statistical tools. Under statistical tools or statistical methods, the first one is trend projection method. So you all might have heard about this projection. Yes, my dear students, have you heard about projection? Trend projection? No one has heard? Whether I'm audible? Whether I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, have you all heard about this trend, the word called trend?
Yes.
So what do you mean by trend? Where you have heard this?
Fashion.
Fashion, the
What is
present
going on
trend.
latest?
Yes, the present market trend we call it as, right? The present
Yes.
market condition. So here in this statistical method, we are going to use the first one is trend projection method. A firm existing for long term will have its own data regarding sales or past years. If a company is already established, that means they have this already existing data, what we call it as the historical data regarding sales for past years. And such data, when arranged chronologically, yield what is referred to as time series. You understood what is time series? My dear students?
Yes.
Yes, others? Okay. Time series shows the past sales with effective demand for a particular product under normal conditions. So time series, it speaks about the past data. If the company is been established in the year 2000, today is 2021, that means the company has 21 years data. If the data is arranged in chronological order, then that chronological order is called as time series. And the time series, what they do is they use the historical data, they use the past sales records, that is for of a particular product, so that they can estimate the demand for next few years, maybe for next 3 months, or maybe for next 6 months, or maybe for next 1 year. With the help of past data, we are going to analyze and we are going to interpret it and we are going to estimate the future demand. And such data can be given in a tabular or graphic form for further analysis. Anyone working in a company who have come across these graphs, charts? My dear students?
Yes.
Yes. So you all might have seen the data representing in the form of graphs,
Correct.
right? In the form of charts. So I did not carry my data and start speaking about in the year 2001, this was the number. In the 2002, this was the number. No need of carrying all these things. What I do is I represent my whole data in the form of table or in the form of chart. So I have x-axis and y-axis. So I represent both I put my data in it and I prepare a chart and I'll explain my whole data in the form of chart. It would be very easy for me to explain. You can see in the year. So this was the sales. Maybe in the year 2001, this was the percentage of sales. In the year 2010, this is the percentage of sales which is being increased. So now you can understand the graph. Either it is increasing or decreasing. If the sales are increasing, then the graph would go high. If the sales are decreasing, again your graph would decline. Correct? So this is again the trend projection method in which we are going to use, or the data can be represented in the form of tabulars or graphical forms. Okay, this is most popular method among business firms, partly because it is simple and inexpensive, and partly because time series data often exhibit a persistent growth trend. So it is very easy to analyze because we have already data which has been existing, put it in the forms. It is not so costly, it will not take so much of time. So this method is likely to be used by all the firms in the present market. Not only in the present, but from past many years, all these companies are trying to explain, all these companies are trying to represent their data in the form of tables or in the form of graphs. You all understood what is trend projection method? My dear
Yes, sir.
students? Okay. So next one is barometric technique. So what is this barometric? What do you mean by barometric or barometer? My dear students, can you all hear me? What do you mean by barometer? Hmm? So we have different instruments for measuring different things, right? Have you all come across?
Yes.
Yes. So barometer is an instrument of measuring change. This method is totally based on the notion that future can be predicted from certain happenings in the present. That means you can easily predict the future based upon the present events which are taking place in the market. So this is what this method believes. In other words, barometric techniques are based on the idea that certain events of the present can be used to predict the directions of change in the future. This is accomplished by use of economic and statistical indicators which serve as barometers of economic change. So you all understood what is barometer technique? Based upon certain happenings in the present, we are going to predict the future. We are going to estimate the future demand. That is what we call it as barometric technique. You all understood, my dear students?